Hello everyone and welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and we are back home again to take on the Mets. Now as you might see from the bench there, we've got the whole crew up here now. So I think what we're going to do today is treat it like a bench day, and then tomorrow we'll get all the AAA guys in. And then we'll go regular bench, you know, the other way, because you can see I'm putting in the, taking out the non-apples, just like you would before an off day. Alright, let's see what we want to do with this lineup here. I think that'll work. So if you haven't caught it lately, we did lose to the Braves yesterday, but that was fine because we'd already wrapped up the division. So that's why we can be pretty chill about things here in September. That definitely doesn't mean these games don't matter, though. For example, the Mets are tied with the Phillies atop the NL East at the moment. We don't face the Phillies again, so this is our kind of best chance to influence who will likely get to play in the playoffs. That said, I told you what our plans were for rotating players in, so, you know, it's not like we are bearing down, putting out our absolute best lineups to make sure that we take them down and let the Phillies in. Although we're not really trying to let the Mets win either. We're just rotating in our guys and seeing what we've got because we don't have the pressure. This is what we would be doing regardless of who we're playing. Just to make that clear, we're not trying to manipulate the standings. We're just doing our standard September thing, and you can go back the last few years anyway when we had enough AAA guys built up to do it to see that that's the case. In this game, Perfect S starts off with a bloop towards second base, and Phil is able to get there on the fly. Angel Pagan looks at strike one. Oh, Jonathan on the mound. I don't think I got a chance to say that. I do have it set up so our AAA starters that we called up should now be basically 6 and 7 in the rotation. So I shouldn't have to try to remember that like I have in past years and kind of do the whole thing manually like I have in the past. So Pagan struck out, so that is 2 outs. Vernon Wells, a line drive into right, but it's going to stay up for Quinton, and he makes the catch. Mets, no runs, no hits in the first inning. Phil is going to lead things off today. The Mets, I do believe that is the same lineup that we have been seeing out of them. Not sure which Nunez this is pitching. I feel like we saw him, but I can't remember a first name. Maybe when he comes up to bat, I'll jog my memory. But Phil's leading off today, and he takes a ball high. This one down by his feet to make it 2-0. Hits this one sharply into left, but it's going to hook foul. 2-1. Catches the outside corner, makes it 2-2. This one inside. We've got a full count to start off the bottom half of the inning. Nunez throws a slider that's fouled away. We'll try it again. Another ground ball. Bittner will field this at third, and he will get it across in plenty of time. So that'll bring Miyake to the plate. 1 out, nobody on. First pitch, called a strike. Hits a high one, and it's a little bloop right to short. Perfect S, I think, took about 2 steps back to make the catch. So Quinton is going to bat left-handed. Nobody on base, 2 outs, a line drive into center field, and it gets down for a base hit. 2-out single brings Terry to the plate. He is still clinging to our team home run lead. I do believe by 1. I'm pretty sure Tom has 14. Has a 1-1 count in this at-bat, and this was well inside. It's a called strike. on the lower part of the zone. 2-2. Hits this one into right center, we'll say. Quinton's going to make his way to third. Terry stays at first, so that will leave runners on the corners for Frank. There are 2 outs, so Nunez still with a good chance to get out of this. Starts Frank off with a changeup for a strike, and a fastball that's too low. Hits this one. Will it get down? It will not. Perfect S makes the catch. Squirrels threaten, but no score after 1. Carlos Delgado will lead things off for the Mets in the second.
Number 21, Carlos Delgado, first baseman.
Palm ball bounces in. Comes back with a curveball. That's called a strike. I think I bounced. Yeah, foul ball. High hop, not a pop-up. 1-2. Curveball gets a swing and a miss. That is the first out of the inning. Jeff Jenkins was not playing right field. I must have missed that. I've now blanked who was playing right field, but Jenkins pops out in foul ground to Sweeney at third. John Buck at the plate now. And he will look at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. Hits a line drive down the right field line, and that will be the first hit for the Mets today. First base runner for the Mets. Luis Castillo, who was batting much higher up in the order. Now he's down to 7th. Looks at strike 1. I think he and Pagan might have just switched places, actually, now that I think about it. Anyway, an 0-2 count to Castillo. A ground ball to second. Phil will tag out the runner, and that's the only out the Squirrels needed. So no scores. We go to the bottom of the second, where Sweeney will lead things off. Sweeney has been very hot at the plate as of late. Swings and misses at a high fastball. Hits this one up the middle, and that will get through for a base hit. Leadoff single brings Martinez to the plate. He has been cold as of late, actually. He had his batting average up, I think, over 250 pretty recently. But slid down to the 220s, which is still perfectly fine for what we ask of Martinez. Ground ball up the middle. Nunez is able to field this one, and it will turn into a double play. Mark that one down, 1-6-3. All right, that will bring Joey to the plate. 2 on with nobody, or sorry, said that backwards. 2 outs with nobody on. Joey hits this one foul. That makes it an 0-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will end the second inning. Still no score as we move into the third. Bittner is going to lead things off for New York. Jonathan winds, and he starts off the inning with a slider that's popped up near home plate, a little bit on the third base side. Martinez makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. Leo Nunez. Yeah, I don't remember him. He takes strike 1. Little one hopper to third. Sweeney takes care of that. 3 pitches, 2 outs. Perfect S back to the plate. He lined out to start the game. Jonathan with only 2 strikeouts the first time through the Mets order. Perfect S swings and misses at the first pitch. Looks at strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that will end the top of the third inning. Still scoreless as we go to the bottom half, where Jonathan is due to lead things off. Jonathan looks at a changeup on the outside corner for strike 1. Swing and a miss will make it 0-2. And And that changeup gets a bit too far outside. Jonathan with a good take. Hits this one, foul down the first base line. Still 1-2. Nunez throws in a fastball. It's fouled off the other way. Still 1-2. Hits this one fair, and that's going to get down for a base hit into left field. Leadoff single. That will bring the top of the order back to the plate. One strikeout for Nunez the first time through the Squirrels order. Phil was not it. He, I think, lined out, if I remember right, a soft liner. Hits this one. That will make the outfield for a base hit. Jonathan stays at second base, which is a good decision. Runners on first and second for Miyake, who he might be the one strikeout victim. I can't remember now. He's got a 2-0 count in this at-bat. Swings and misses at a fastball. Is behind on that one. Hits this one, and it will not get through the right side of the infield. The only out is at second. So runners on the corners for Quinton. There's only one out. So really he just has to get the ball to the outfield to score the first run of the game. He looks at strike one. Hits this one into the outfield. That will get down into center for a base hit, and the Squirrels take a 1-0 lead. Runners on first and second still with only one out. Terry looks at strike one on the outside corner. Swings and misses at a fat one. Swings and misses again at a slider that didn't do much. He's going to regret that at-bat. Frank now batting, and he looks at a fastball inside. Still runners on first and second. Now 2 outs and a 2-0 count at the plate. And Frank puts a charge into that one. I don't think there's a left field in baseball would have held that one. 433-foot shot, his 6th home run of the year. A 3-run homer, and that will make the game 4-0 in favor of the Squirrels. And that was no doubt on that one. Not even really any doubt whether it'd be fair. And that is going to be it for Nunez.
Now coming out to pitch for the Mets, number 47, Gary Glover.
Gary Glover is going to take over on the mound and try to get the Mets out of this inning without any further damage. Sweeney got a base hit in his first at-bat right up the middle. Looks at strike one here. Swings and misses at a changeup to make it 0-2. Grounds this one foul down the third base line. Swing and a miss. I don't think he picked up that was a slider till way too late. And that will end the third inning, but the Squirrels go up 4-0 as we move into the fourth. Angel Pagan is going to lead things off. I'm going to have to pause here momentarily, go pick up my daughters. But it'll be a real short break for you. All right, back to it. About a 15-minute break for me, so much shorter for you. Angel Pagan swings and misses at the first pitch, swings and misses at the second pitch. And hits this one into left. That'll get down for a base hit, probably at least a double. Frank gets it back in, but not before Pagan's already standing on second base. Vernon Wells, he got a hit in his first at-bat. Has a 1-1 count in this at-bat. Ground ball to Phil. He'll go to first with it. The Mets with a runner on third. Carlos Delgado at the plate, and only one out. First pitch is too far inside on a palm ball. Comes back with the slider, but it's down and away. Another palm ball gets a swing and a miss to make it 2-1. Another called strike will make it 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Jeff Jenkins got a base hit in his first at-bat. 2 away, runner still on third. Jenkins looks at strike one. Looks at strike two. Looks at strike three, and it does feel like the Mets just let a run slip through their fingers. It's now the bottom of the fourth inning. The Squirrels leading 4-0. And Martinez will dig into the batter's box to start things off. He hit into a double play in his last at-bat. And looks at strike one here. And that pitch is too low. Pops this one up. Glover goes off the back of the mound quite a ways, actually, and he does make the catch. So that will bring Joey to the plate. He struck out his first time up. Looks at strike one here. Hits this one into left field, and it will get down for a base hit. A one-out single will bring Jonathan back to the plate, who got a hit and scored in his first at-bat. Got his average up to 98, too. He's threatening at triple digits here. Has a 1-1 count at the moment. This one, will it get down? It will. He's 2 for 2 on the day, and that should raise his average into the 100s. Phil to bat now. 2 on, 1 out. First pitch is called a strike on the inside corner. Slider too far outside. That pitch out of the zone as well. It's 2-1 now. Phil behind on that fastball. 2-2. Behind again, just could not catch up to those high fastballs. Brings Miyake to the plate. 2 on, 2 out. Miyake, I think, is hitless today. Not 100% sure of that, but don't think he's got a hit yet. He's down 0-2 in this at-bat. Yeah, pitch misses outside. Called strike 3. That'll end the 4th inning. Squirrels still leading 4-0 as we move into the 5th, where the Mets will start off with John Buck at the plate. Buck got a base hit in his first at-bat. Swings and misses at a slider to start this at-bat. Swings and misses again to make it 0-2. Curveball, another swing and a miss. 1 away. Luis Castillo ground out. I want to say to third in his first at-bat. First fastball is a bit outside. This one over the plate. It goes off of Jonathan, and Phil is able to clean it up. 1-4-3. 2 away. Bittner fouled out to third in his first at-bat. Swings and misses at a fastball. Swings and misses at a palm ball. And looks at a fastball for strike 3. We go to the second half of the game. Squirrels leading 4-0, and they will start off with Quinton in the bottom half of this 5th inning. Quinton 2 for 2, both singles so far. Fastball is too high. Quinton lays off. And that changeup inside might have been low as well. That one pretty much right down the middle. Quinton taking all the way. Now he swings, but he's behind on the fastball to make it 2-2. Fouls this one off, but Buck's got room, and he makes the catch. That will bring Terry to the plate. He's 1 for 2 so far. Struck out in his last at-bat. Swings and misses. Hits this one, a ground ball to third. Bittner over to first. Doesn't have a ton on the throw, and Terry's able to beat it out. Infield hit brings Frank to the plate. He hit the 3-run homer in his last at-bat, a no-doubter to left field. Hit high up on that bottom set of bleachers. Has a 2-1 count in this at-bat. Swing and a miss will make it 2-2. This is a line drive into center field, and it gets down for a base hit. I thought it might stay up, but no such luck for the Mets. Sweeney to the plate then. 2 on, 1 out, and he hits this first pitch through the right side of the infield. It won't score a run. It will leave the bases loaded for Martinez. Don't know if this is really a clutch situation when you're already up 4 runs. He'll look at strike one. Hits this one right to third. Bittner goes home with it, and that is the only out the Mets get. They do try it at first, but Martinez beats it out. Joey to the plate, got a base hit in his last at bat. Looks at strike one here. Base is still loaded, now with 2 outs. Joey with an 0-2 count. This one bounces in, makes it 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. We will go to the top of the 6th inning. A 4-0 Squirrels lead. Pitcher spot due up for the Mets, but Glover was looking pretty gassed, so I imagine we'll get a pinch hitter. And the Mets do so. They're going to bring in Carlos Beltran. We'll note with all the lineup rotation we're going to be doing this month, we won't really be doing any double switching, I don't believe, this month, so we'll get a lot of the AAA guys in doing a lot of the pinch hitting when they're not already in the game. Beltran pops out. Perfect S. Looks at strike one. Hits a little bloop towards short. Joey makes the grab. Angel Pagan got a double in his last at bat. That curveball down and away. Pagan does not chase it. Palm ball is called a strike. That is a curveball, gets swung on and missed. It's 1-2. High fastball, but too high. 2-2. Swing and a miss on the palm ball, and that will complete 6 innings for Jonathan. 4-0 Squirrels lead. We will get a pinch hitter in here. Let's put in one of the guys that's been here. Oh, I forgot, yeah. Who is this? Carlos Munoz is going to take over on the mound now. Jonathan is 2 for 2. He's got a 115 average now. Let's let Whiteman come in here. He's come in and hit a few major league home runs. See what he can do today. His debut in the majors this season. He will look at strike one. Looks at strike two. Swing and a miss, strike three. One down, Phil, 1 for 3 on the day. So we will get the whole AAA team in tomorrow. A couple guys, the new draft picks, Iwata and Husman, something like that, will make their major league debuts. Phil struck out. Miyake will look at strike one. Swing and a miss to make it 0-2. Line drive into center field, and that'll drop in for, I do believe, Miyake's first hit of the day. Quinton is 2 for 3, fouled out in his last at-bat. Straight behind home plate. Looks at strike one here. He does continue to bat left-handed. He's down 0-2. Pops this one up. It's going to be another foul out. Buck makes the play. Maybe a little tougher play than he had last time, but not by a lot. 4-0 Squirrels as we go into the 7th. Vernon Wells is going to lead things off. We will get Gonzalez in here to, at the moment, pitch 2 innings. We'll see if that changes. Wells 0 for 2 on the day, though he has put bat on the ball each time. That fastball a bit inside. Splitter gets a weak ground ball to third. Sweeney charges, gets it to first in time for the first out of the inning. That one could have worked. Sweeney does have a pretty strong arm. That certainly helped. Carlos Delgado has struck out in both at-bats so far. Looks at a splitter on the outside corner. Changeup gets a swing and a miss to make it 0-2. Called strike 3. Fastball on the outside corner. 2 down, Jeff Jenkins. Oh, I guess I missed your man. I thought for sure he got a hit. He fouled out apparently. And then struck out last time. This one up towards the screen, and it does make it there. Martinez has no play. 0-2. Changeup gets a swing and a miss, and that will end the top of the 7th. We go to the stretch. Squirrels leading 4-0. Terry will lead off on the other side.
Now, please rise and join the singer.
All right, Munoz still on the mound. Terry pops the first pitch foul, but it will find the grass. And this pitch is down and away. 1-1. Called strike to make it 1-2. Little line drive. One hops to Bittner. And Terry again beats out the throw from third. He's had 2 infield hits today, both to Bittner. Frank 2 for 3, home run and a single, puts this one through the left side of the infield for another base hit. Runners on first and second with nobody out. Sweeney at the plate, ready to really bust this game open. And he will hit a ground ball to Bittner. He steps on third, and that's the only out that the Mets get. It is a lead runner, though. Martinez, 2 on with 1 out now. Looks at strike 1. Hits a ground ball to short, perfect S to second. Castillo on to first in time, and that will end the inning. So a bit of a threat, but no score. We go to the 8th inning. Squirrels up 4-0. John Buck is going to lead things off. Gonzalez will get a second inning of work here. Buck 1 for 2 so far. Watches that fastball nearly hit the dirt, or maybe it did. It's pretty close. High hop to third. Sweeney has to wait on it. He makes a throw, and it's in time. 1 away. Luis Castillo is 0 for 2. A couple grounders. Looks at strike 1. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Ground ball up the middle, and it will get through for a base hit. 1 on, 1 out. Bittner is 0 for 2. He's fouled out and struck out. That first pitch misses inside. Here's a called strike. Swing and a miss makes it 1-2. Called strike 3. 2 away. Munoz is going to get to hit. I guess Mets may be running up a bit of a white flag here. He has a 1-1 count. Cutter gets a swing and a miss to make it 1-2. Ground ball towards second, Phil to first, and that will end the top of the 8th. Still a 4-0 Squirrels lead as we go to the bottom half of the inning, where Joey will lead things off. Joey is 1 for 3 today. Looks at strike 1. He struck out in his other 2 at-bats, I might add. Has a 1-1 count at the moment. Hits this one right over third base. That's going to be at least a single. Don does a pretty good job getting over there to get it back in and keep things that way. We'll go get another pinch hitter. How about... let's try Swan out there. His first major league at-bat of the year. 1 on, nobody out. Pitch down by his feet. This one hits the dirt, makes it 2-0. Swing and a miss will make it 2-1. Ground ball fouled away. Hits this one into center field, but it stays up for Vernon Wells. Well, that's too bad. 1 on, 1 out. Phil is 1 for 4 today. Struck out in each of his last 2 at-bats. Looks at strike 1 here. This one bounces in, makes it 1-1. A swing and a miss makes it 1-2. So they throw over to first. Throws over there again. It's still 1-2. To the plate this time, and Phil puts it into center field for his second hit of the day. 2 on with only 1 out. Miyake at the plate. Got a base hit in his last at-bat. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Looks at a changeup for strike 2. Hits a line drive through the middle of the infield for a base hit. Runners a little bit of trouble there. They had to wait to make sure that went through. Thankfully, everybody's safe, so Quentin has bases loaded. He gets a base hit up the middle. It's going to score 1. It's now 5-0 Squirrels. Terry at the plate. Base is still loaded with only 1 out. And first pitch up and out. Nunez getting tired up there, and it's got Terry at a 1-1 count after a swing and a miss. Hits this one, foul down the third base line. Swings at a slider that wasn't really close. Second out of the inning. Frank has been awfully hot today. Base is still loaded. First pitch called a strike. This one gets away, and it will score a run. Mets now behind 6-0. Frank at the plate with 2 runners in scoring position, and now a 2-1 count. Ground ball. Perfect S should handle this. Although wild throw, and Delgado just beats him back to the base. Bit of a wild inning, but we're going to go on to the 9th. Mets back at the top of their order, but they're going to need 6 runs to stay alive. Zap is gassed, so let's go. Who are my actual starters here? Let's throw McNichol in here for an inning. Zap is looking pretty tired.
Your attention, please. Now coming on the pitch for Indianapolis, number 87, McNichol.
So did mess up a little bit with McNichol. He came in not knowing how to throw anything off speed, so I got him to learn I think it might have been a palm ball, actually. But then I forgot I did that, and had him learn a palm ball again. So he's got 2 different palm balls he throws, along with a drop curve now. Gets a ground ball to second. Phil gets it on a short hop. 1 down. Pagan is 1 for 3. A double, sandwiched between a couple strikeouts. First pitch from McNichol is called a strike. Pop up just on the foul side of the first baseline. Terry makes the grab. 1 out away from ending this game. Vernon Wells is 0 for 3. Swings and misses at a palm ball. Breaks his bat. Joey ends up with the throw, and it is just in time. Your final score today, New York Mets 0, Indianapolis Squirrels 6. And really, that could have been a lot worse than it was. A couple times the Squirrels had bases loaded and never really cashed in on them the way they should have. So Mets should probably feel fortunate it wasn't worse than it was. All right, Quentin is going to be your player of the game. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you'd like to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free. Otherwise, we got the Mets tomorrow, and it'll be our first look this year at all the AAA guys. Like I said, 2 guys making their Major League debut, so that's something to look forward to. We'll see you then.